Welcome back, Prime Outcast Collective, to part 2 of Desperately Seeking Ivara. I hope you found all the clues in video 1 of this series. There'll be some more clues in this video to crack. If you watch all the videos and get all the clues, you'll know what to do to win Ivara Prime. Only Prime Outcast Collective members are allowed to win this prize, so if you aren't a member, don't play. You don't stand a chance against my alliance. If you're on PSN and want to know more about our alliance and the fun things that we do, leave a comment below the video and we could talk about it. This video series is split into 3 parts. Each part showcases the missions for each part of Ivara. First video was her systems, this video is the chassis, and the third video is her neuroptics and her main blueprint. This mission, I want to explain some things that's going on. Each of the consoles you hack is disabling one of the 3 lasers in the room that you need to get into. Without shutting them off, you will trigger the alarm as soon as you enter the room, so don't skip any of them. If you've already have Ivara and her infiltrate mod, you do as you please while in Prowl. There are tubes leading into this room from the entry, making it the quickest way to complete this vault. You might need a second Ivara to subsume the quiver ability in Helmet, or you jumped ahead in the game and got Ivara Prime first and realize you need the 6,000 mastery points that the frame gives you for mastering it. And that's what you need to get to your next mastery test. Or it could be some other reason I can't think of. I don't know you. You do you. The thing I hear most from newer members of my clan and my alliance is how bad they want this or that prime frame. Checking their profile, a lot of them have only used a couple of basic frames and they have more of the primes. Some of them are really low level mastery rank levels. This game is a marathon, not a sprint. Your mastery level is what it says it is, mastering all parts of the game. If you only get to the next mastery test when you've tried enough and leveled enough weapons, frames, companions, or vehicles. Primes aren't a big deal as far as stats versus their basic counterpart. You get a little more energy, health, shields, and armor, and sometimes an additional polarity in your configuration. But if you're lower than MR12, you should be focusing on getting the basic frames first. When you get the prime parts for trading or from relics, that's just gravy. What happens when you run out of slots to hold frames? If you have a helmet build, you can subsume your regular frames to have that ability put on a different frame. This is very important to becoming the best frame that you can make. Once you've subsumed the ability, then you can focus on getting the prime one to replace it. Don't waste time, energy, and the mastery points by only going for primes. If you play long enough, you will have everything. Using the same frames and weapons for everything will stunt your mastery level progress, and you won't get the things that are awarded by ranking up until you start mastering. I'm constantly getting knocked on my butt from weapons that do self-damage. I have no idea why I'm not using prime sure-footed. See that laser come out of nowhere? That's okay. We're ninjas. We're going to handle this the ninja way. Here it is. That's what I'm talking about. The corpus have a lot of what's called security theater. They look tough and imposing, but if you know the secret areas, you can slip right through and they'd never even know you were there. Half the time you come into a room, they're standing next to Grenier joking around until they see you. Then they start shooting like stormtroopers after visiting the ophthalmologist. Oh crap. There's an open vent that leads directly into this room. It bypasses all the enemies and the lasers, and that's what I was looking for. If it's not on one side, then it's on the other, but it's always there. I know that there's a camera on the other side of that vent, so I took care of it before I even went out there. There's a lot of little passageways that you can get up through the vents and go above everything here. It's unreliable. Most of the times the vents are locked or it just leads to a dead end. So this way is usually the fastest for me. Waiting can be a pain, but in the long run, it will save you more time. Once you trigger the lasers, you now have a time limit in which you have to complete it in, and when you're under pressure, a lot of times you start fumbling and you mess up. Just take your time and you'll get through it a little bit faster. I can see on my mini map that there's a laser sentinel on the other side. In a second, he is going to open the door, so I just want to give it a second and wait for him to pass. Taking a quick peek into this room before I head on. I just want to see what I'm up against when I get there. When I use my Magus lockdown, there will be a blue string that shows that an enemy was locked down, and that just procced right there. So there's something underneath me. Right here, I'm going to use the Magus Elevate again. Give me a couple of more seconds to crack this code. Whoops, I got out of Void too fast and they detected me. Lua has different kinds of spy missions than normal. There is a back and forth between present and past. They are more difficult, and they have a higher drop chance for the chassis. I don't know why I didn't put it in the title card that Lua was part of it. But you're just going to have to play around with it a little bit to find the best route. Sometimes the routes change with each method. I normally come over here to start it, but this time it said I had to go a different route, so that's what I'm looking for right now. This route is actually a lot safer to do because there's no lasers like with the other side. We're currently in the present on this side. Everything's destroyed and it's all decrepitated. But the other way would be in the past where everything was brand new and the lasers were still working. When you step on this glowing pad, you only have so many seconds before the door closes, like many of the Lua puzzles. And once it closes, that's it. You can't get it. So be on your toes and get it right the first time. This particular puzzle is a little bit more challenging. you'd have a lot of in and out, and you're just going to have to memorize what sections you need to do present day when it's all broken and destroyed, or when you do it in the past. Most of these, you do it in the present time. Like here, I went into the past, and this is all confusing. You can't get to where you need to go from there, so I went into the present. I got extremely lucky that none of the lasers hit me. This puzzle actually has 2 different ways that you can complete it. I'm going to do it the normal way the first time, and then there'll be a second part of the alternate. If you can manage to make your way through the lasers without getting detected, this is so much more easier, because you can take your time. You don't have to worry about something pressuring you into to keep moving and making a mistake. That portal you can only access while it's on the other side, the destroyed side of the room. This is the room that has the alternate ending to this. I'll show that in just a few moments. If you get trapped in this room, that door closes before you get into it. There is another way of opening that door. It does involve another present and past puzzle, but you want to make sure that you don't already have the alarms triggered, because you may not have enough time. This room has a Simon Says-like puzzle in it. You hit the targets, lights will pop up around the targets in a certain order. These pedestals on the side, they also light up. So that means you have to step on them in the order that they appeared when you first hit the target. This is a lot harder than it sounds. And I was having a bad cat day. My cats were being very ornery. So a lot of times I had to set my controller down, but I've sped past that part so you wouldn't have to sit through it. By completing that puzzle, you skip 3 rooms that are full of lasers and ice. So if you have the time and patience to do it, go for it. This concludes the knowledge base entry on where to find Ivara chassis. Add the clues you found in this video along with the clues from video 1 and 3. Follow the instructions and you have a chance to win Ivara Prime. I only have one, so first person wins. Non-Alliance members, please do not respond. Leave a comment in the video if you're looking for a PSN Alliance and have a small Ghost, Shadow, or Storm clan. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of our new videos. If you have a topic you'd like covered, please leave me a comment. And for everyone who's not a legendary rank, that is how you give a blessing at a relay. This is tabycatmeow with the Prime Outcast Collective. Good morning.